I went to Goodwill today and found this Lasko space heater. It has a push button interface, which is kind of weird. I'm not really sure how it's supposed to work yet. I haven't tried it out. But this is kind of a utility garage style fan. It's kind of made to look a little more heavy duty. Got the metal mesh here, and it just has kind of that utility look to it. I think it's kind of cool. I think the front of it reminds me of, if you've ever seen the movie RoboCop, the Ed 209 robot from RoboCop. It kind of looks like the face. If you know, you know. Here's the side, and it tilts. Has kind of a snapping, I think that's as high as it goes. It's pretty dirty. I think it's probably pretty old too. But I haven't been able to find a date on it. The model is 5965. It's 1500 watts. Ceramic air heater. It's a little beat up. I think it may have taken a tumble or two. You can see where the plastic here is cracked and pushed in a little bit, and then there's a dent in the face of it too. It's kind of, where did I see that? Here. It's probably hard to see, but it's pushed in right here. I guess it must not be that bad. You can barely see it. There's some other scuffs and stuff like that around the edges of the fan. It's in rough shape, but I noticed when I walked down the electronics aisle, this was the first thing that I saw on the shelf, the Lasko Wavy K logo staring at me. So I would think this is probably from around the early 2000s, maybe early to mid 2000s, but I'm not really sure. It needs to be cleaned pretty badly. I imagine this thing is gonna stink like crazy when I turn it on. I think it looks pretty cool though for a Lasko space heater. There was somebody on Marketplace who had one of these for sale in town here for, I think she wanted 10 bucks for it. And it was still new in the box and never used. And we messaged back and forth for a couple of days trying to line up our schedules, and then on the day that I was supposed to go pick it up, she ghosted me and didn't reply to my messages to come and pick it up. So I'm not sure what happened there. That's just a typical Marketplace thing. But then I ran into this one at Goodwill, so I guess it worked out. The other one that was still in the box didn't have the digital interface here. It was your typical two knobs on top, one the thermostat and the other the control setting for, it would normally be a fan, and then 1 and 2. This one, you can kind of see where your thermostat dial is going from 60 to max, and they just made it look like, I wonder how accurate those temperatures really are. Neighborhood dogs are really popping off tonight. I don't know if you can hear that in the video. I'm going to go ahead and plug this thing in, and we're going to see if it works. Curious to find out. It looks like when you turn it on, you can use the plus or minus to go up and down through your thermostat, but I don't know how you would switch from 1 to 2 back again. So we're going to find out. This is just a black plug. It's not the blue plug or anything like that. So I don't know if they use the blue plug on their space heaters today, or if it's just the regular fans, the box fans. I'm not really sure. I have to reach over here and plug this thing in. Okay, so it's plugged in now, and we'll see what happens when we turn power on. So it's on 2 and it's on the max setting. And push power again. Okay, so you push the power button to switch it back and forth. Push it twice, then it turns off. So we're going to set it on 1, and then I'm going to turn it leave it on 70 for right now. Seems to work fine, and it is warming up. See if it gets any warmer when you turn it up to 75. I can tell the element just clicked on. Or 80. I can't really tell if it's getting any warmer. Maybe it just runs for longer until it senses the temperature in the room. It's probably maybe 60 degrees in here right now. Probably more like 55. So I don't think that the heat setting changes. I think it's just like a normal thermostat. It'll just run for as long as it takes to get up to that temperature. So we'll set it to on the max setting, it does feel like it's getting a little warmer, but I think that might just be the unit warming up. So turn it off, and then to get it on 2, I have to turn it off and turn it on again. Doesn't feel like it's getting much warmer yet. I guess now it does. Just takes a minute. Yeah, it's definitely getting warmer now. This thing works pretty good. And I mean, the air coming out of it, typically a space heater like this doesn't really have good airflow, but this isn't terrible. I mean, it's not a lot of airflow. But it's not bad. I've seen better and I've seen worse. I think I've got it sitting right over here actually. There's this patent unit. This thing kicks out a lot of air, but it also diminishes the heat that comes out of it by moving the air so fast. This one stays pretty warm, but it throws the air out just enough to get it out there. There are some space heaters where it just barely feels like it's moving any air at all. And it seems like the heat doesn't really get around. This seems like it's the perfect amount of air movement to push the warm air through a room. But it's not as strong as what a normal fan would be. I'm not sure if it's strong enough to pick it up, for the camera to pick up the wind stream or not. I'm about 12 inches away. Pretty cool. It's the N209 space heater. That's awesome. All right, well, the push button interface is kind of annoying, to be honest. I would much rather have just two knobs on the top that you could turn and set it where you wanted to. But it's cool. I'll definitely use it. Should clean up pretty good, I would think. But this is definitely cooler than your typical Lasko space heater, I think. I think they still make a version of this. They make the normal little personal ceramic heater, and then this is like the more, I don't know, masculine utility styled version. And I think that they still make something like this. It might be a little bit bigger than this, actually. I looked at them at Menards a couple of weeks ago, but I don't remember exactly what they looked like, but it was something like this. But couldn't find a date code on it. With the wavy logo, I would say probably early to mid 2000s, but I'm not sure. Anyway, cool find. And that's it. Thanks for watching.